Well, good day. This is the Format Painter. And what the Format Painter does is it transfers the formatting of one word to other words. And here it is, the Format Painter. Let me show you how it works. You change the format of a certain word or a group of words. Maybe I want to make all these company names, I want to make them all bold, and I want to make them all red, and I want to change the font. Maybe I'll change the font to this one. Okay, good. Now I want to do that the same to all of these things. And so I could just do it again. I mean, I could make it bold, and I could make it red, and I could change the font. And then I could do the next one. And I can make it bold, and I can make it red, and I can change the font. Then I could do the next one. But you don't have to do that. Click in the one that you think is good. Alright, this is a word that's good. And go up here to the Format Painter. It says the Format Painter will copy the formatting from one place and apply it to another. It says if you double click this button to apply the same formatting to multiple places in the document. So I'm going to try a single click and see what happens. I'll click it just once. And I'll come down here and oh, look at this. The mouse has changed. It's got a little paintbrush in front of it. I'm going to click this word Corning. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. It's bold and red and it changed the font. Now it's, oh wait a minute, the mouse is not a paintbrush anymore. Where'd the paintbrush go? Well, I only clicked it once, huh? So I'm in a good one right here. Someplace maybe in this red one, it's fine. This time I'm going to double click the Format Painter. And I'm going to come down here. Oh, look at that. It's a paintbrush. I'll click Schwab once. I'll click Caterpillar once. I'll click Adobe once. I'll click Systems once. You know what? I'm going to do 2 words at a time. I'm going to brush across 2 words and let go. Hey, look at that. Now I'll turn the Format Painter off. If you double click the Format Painter, you can do more than one at a time. Let's do this one over here. Give it a double click and I'm going to change the font. I think I'll change the font to this one maybe. Arial Narrow. That looks good. And I'd like to change the color to maybe some sort of a green color. Maybe this green. That looks good. And maybe I'll bold it. Okay, good. Now I want to do the same thing to all these other blue ones. I want them to look like this. So I'll get in one that's good. What if I just click it once? If you click it once, you only get to paint one time. Now you can't paint anymore. So then I'll have to dip in the paint again one time, and I can paint once. I'll click it once. Now the paintbrush is gone. If you click it once, you can only paint once. But if you double click it, you can paint more than once. I'm in the green right now, so I'm going to double click it. And now I can paint more than one time. I'll do this one, I'll do this one, I'll do this one. There, that's the Format Painter. Wait a minute, how do you turn the Format Painter off? There's 2 ways to turn it off. You could go and click the button again up here, or you could press Escape on the keyboard and it does the same thing there. I just clicked Escape and it's gone. Let's look at a second example. I made another one down here on the second page. I'll scroll down to it, and here's the Western Tradition Individual Program Descriptions. So this is a series of TV shows, and there's 52 shows on this list. Let's go down and look at them really quick. There's lots of shows. It has the show title, and then it has a little description of that show. And I'll scroll on down, and you can see there's 52 shows. Well, maybe I want the title of the show to be a little bit different than the description of the show. So let me go look at the top show, show number 1, and I'll make it, I'll highlight the whole line. You see, if you're out here in the margin, you can just click it out here and oh, look at that, it highlights the whole line. If you're out here, you can highlight the whole line. If you're out here, you can highlight the whole line. You could, I guess, you could swoosh across it, but that's kind of harder to do. I like to go out here in the margin, you can just click it. So I have it highlighted. I'm going to change it to a different font. I think I'm going to change it to this Berlin Sans. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. 9's kind of small. I'll make it 14. That looks pretty good. And we'll change the color to red. That looks pretty good to me. So I want all of them to look like that. So I'm going to use that Format Painter again. First thing, don't be over here. That's no good. That's not going to help you. Get in the one that's good. This is the one that's good, and I'm inside this word. It's going to be red. It's going to be a little bit bigger, and let's see if it's going to change the font. So I'll double click the Format Painter, click, click, and I'm going to go out here and point to number 2 and give it a click, point to number 3 and give it a click, point to number 4 and give it a click, point to number 5 and give it a click. You see, I'm painting as I go. So I'll just keep going, and that's how the Format Painter works. I use this tool almost every day. It's just wonderful. If you have one section or one word done the way you like it, you can just use the Format Painter and make other words the same. Hey, that's about all there is to it.